whothatdaily.com. That's right, the whothatdaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, and even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, whothatdaily.com is your site. The whothatdaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us. Check out the Pro Shop. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform stores where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue to grow. So check out the Pro Shop and Who That too.
Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that? Who that?
Yeah. Boogie like Benson, I'm a Who That. I'm a Who That. Long as I'm living, I'm a Who That. Lose or winning, I'm a Who That. Sports coma, yeah, this is where we do that. Where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that. Boogie like Benson, I'm a Who That. I'm a Who That. Sports coma, this is where we do that. Where we do that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Somebody please better help. Running this thing like Elf. I thank God every day I'm not a felt. Go to YouTube Live with Big Q and the guys. If you ain't ride or die, the bandwagon get flipped. Been marching in, that was way for the ring. I was yelling out your shame for the championship. Bucking on town, duck down. Falcons, pluck, get shut down. Panthers ain't much touchdown. The vision really belong to us now. So much hate on the Saints, you could probably tell. Ever since Bounty Gate hit the NFL, when things seem fishy, then you probably smell the crooked referees on Roger Goodell. Yeah, fucking like this, and I'm a Who That. Every day I'm living, I'm a Who That. Lose or winning, I'm a Who That. It's the sports coma, this is where we do that. Where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that. Boogie like this, and I'm a Who That. It's the sports coma, this is where we do that. You're
listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Welcome. You're now rocking with the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, where we have intense, entertaining, educating, and enlightening sport talk from your favorite sports family. I'm Big Q. Much love to the great Saint Think Tank. We in the building. Monday stream called Saints hosting former Cardinals Texans running back David Johnson, among other news, notes, and items. Several stories to talk to you about on this episode of the Coma. So much love to the fam. I appreciate each and every last one of you for being up in this thing. Big ups to the fam. Much love. Appreciate each and every last one of you. Please feel free to hit the like button upon coming into the stream. Hit the like button. Also feel free to subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button and a notification as well. And also feel free to share the show's link on your social media feed. That helps out as well. Big ups to the fam. Thank y'all, man. Appreciate each and every last one of y'all for chiming in this. OG, what's happening? Young City, Night Ward, Pickett and Flickett, Torrey Shepard Sr., Brother JT, B Jizzle, KT, what's up, bro? Rise and Shine Mobile Detailing as well. Big ups T-Rob, Eric Howard, Pammy Whammy, all the fam. Brandon, what's happening? Derek, who else we got chiming in on this thing here? All right, Soul to Soul, what's happening, baby? Josh Go 23, Mocha is in the building. Be Kind is in the building. Much love to all y'all, man. Who that to the entire Great Saint Think Tank for being in this stream, man. And we got a few news, notes, and items to talk about, fam. I'm going to delve right on into it and get it going as well. So feel free to hit the like button as we jump into it. Now, this is pretty much what the Great Saint Think Tank and Who That Nation was looking for. We were looking for a veteran running back, and this happens around the same time every year, fam, when we start seeing the black and gold start reaching. Remember, it was Freeman. The Saints brought in Freeman last year to compete, and now it's David Johnson. So he's a better back at this stage of his career than what Freeman was last year, even though Freeman did contribute. Him and Latavius Murray once the Saints released him, they did both go to Baltimore and contributed in their running back room up there and actually had a pretty decent job of contributing. And David Johnson, man, he's an often injured back, but when he's healthy, he's an effective force. He's 30 years of age, and we really need him just for the 4 or so or whatever the games are going to be to kind of fortify it. He'll come at a cheap rate here. We'll cover that news, notes, and items as well. So, fam, hit the like button. As guys come trickling in, 504 Co, Fireman and the Hellcat. Good to see you. The kings and queens in the building. Brother Prime's in the building. What's up, Brother Prime? Who that to you? Appreciate y'all guys in the building. What's up, N's in the building. Who that to you as well, brother? All right. What's up, Tim? Who that? All right. So with that being said, fam, let's jump into some of these items and cover some of this news by way of CBS dropping it. Saints host former Cardinals Texans running back David Johnson. Amid Kamara's uncertainty, per report, Johnson could provide New Orleans with emergency depth in the backfield. Good, smart move the Saints are going about doing as they continue to kind of sniff around for veteran help in the running back room because they anticipate losing Kamara for several weeks or so. And it's a smart move, you know, to fortify the running back position with a veteran like David Johnson. If he ends up being that guy, passes the physical, Saints like what they like. I don't think monetarily speaking, it'll be very expensive to retain his services. Alvin Kamara hasn't taken the field for the Saints this offseason, and the star running back may not do so for a while, awaiting potential NFL discipline for his involvement in an alleged February assault. His team, meanwhile, spent Monday exploring a possible emergency replacement with New Orleans hosting former Cardinals Texans running back David Johnson on the free agent visit, according to Nick Underhill, who put in that work. Kamara has been the Saints' offensive centerpiece when healthy, topping 1,200 yards from scrimmage each of the last 5 seasons, but the former offensive rookie of the year could be suspended multiple games while facing charges of battery, resulting in substantial bodily harm, which stemmed from a Las Vegas nightclub assault on the eve of the Pro Bowl. The next hearing related to the case is scheduled for August during the Saints training camp, and the conviction could carry a prison sentence. That is a possibility. As per Las Vegas or Nevada law. Also, just a bit of background information. Also, the case for Marcus May's DUI will be pushed back to that around that same time reference. So you're going to get word on Alvin Kamara. You get word on Marcus May as well. So be looking out as August is starting to be an eventful month to find out what's going on with our people. Behind Kamara, the Saints running back depth is thin. Top reserve is Mark Ingram. Then there's Tony Jones Jr. and then Dwayne Washington, which the Saints don't often use Dwayne Washington unless it's in severe emergency situations. He has a Latavius Murray style of running, but ultimately the Saints just, I was asking the question a few shows ago, do the Saints actually give Dwayne Washington an opportunity to contribute as a running back? And it just don't seem like it might be the case. He's more valuable as a special team ace. But David Johnson, meanwhile, would at least offer plenty of starting experience. He's 30 years of age. All Pro has struggled to replicate the explosive versatility of his career breakout since the 2016 season, missing 26 games over the last 5 seasons, but he's logged 63 starts over the course of his career. First with the Cardinals from 2015 to 2019, then with the Texans from 2020 to 2021. He's also a proven pass catcher, topping 30 receptions in all but one of his 7 NFL seasons. We won't be requiring a lot from David Johnson to come in and compete. And I think that's something that the black and gold could really utilize his services. Like I said, I don't think he'll be extremely expensive for the black and gold to bring in. None of the guys that we're looking at right now would be extremely expensive, to be quite honest with you. Let me look up his last contract, family. Give me just a second to see what they were paying him with Houston last year. Look, not Houston. Who was he with last year? Yeah, Houston. Let me see. Looking up. Yeah, look. It's. Hold on. Let me bring it on over here so y'all can take a peek at it. This is what his contract looked, fam. This is the Sport Track on David Johnson's agreement last year. Not much, right? We signed a 1-year deal worth $5 million last year. You can see the way the Texans broke it down was a $1.2 million base salary, and the signing bonus was $3 million. So 5 year, $5 million for the average salary. The signing bonus was $3 million, but it broke down at 1.2 on the base at 3, and that's pretty much what Mickey Loomis would do. I think this will be a cheap contract. I don't foresee the Saints giving him $5 million. But, you know, I'm pretty sure that the black and gold will make it pretty feasible for their cap situation. But this is good news, though, to be honest with you, to bring in a guy like David Johnson, who has got good history there, you know. So, I mean, we'll see how it all shakes on the back end, but the money won't be funny. And he would be the kind of really good veteran back that can do a little bit of everything that we just need for a handful of games, whatever it might be, maybe 4 or 5 games. Hopefully that's it, man. Between 4 to 6 games. We don't need any more than that. All right, let's move on to some other news here, fam. This is from the Saints Wire. Pro Bowl Saints kicker Wil the Clutch Lutz says he's cleared to play in 2022. That's great news by the black and gold as we get Wil Lutz back into play. And it's intriguing and interesting all at the same time to get him here because, man, we missed a lot of games last year missing Lutz. Lost a handful of games without Lutz. And imagine if he was healthy, the Saints would have been in the playoffs because several of those games that we struggled with missed field goals would not have been the case with Wil Lutz kicking behind him. So good to see him back healthy again. Let's take a look at the article right here by Siglers. He's going off on the Instagram post that Wil Lutz made. After 11 months and multiple surgeries and setbacks, I've been cleared. No words can explain how hard these 11 months have been mentally and physically, but it's added a new whole new perspective and motivation to get back to the top. A lot of work ahead, but I can't wait to be back on the field helping this team win games. So me and you both, my friend, as he is cleared, and that's what he's saying. And terrific. That's big for a team that experienced as many kicking woes as the Saints. 4 different place kickers got into the games for the Saints last year, connecting on 25 of 30 field goal tries, making just 1 of 4 tries from 50 plus yards with a cringeworthy 31 of 38 line on extra points. For comparison, Wil Lutz has hit 142 of his 164 career field goals. That's 86.6%, with Eldridge Rojas, Brian Johnson, Cody Parkey, and Brett Meyer only got 83.3% as a team in 21. On point after tries, Lutz made 253 of 260, or 97.3% in NFL. That group combined for a success rate of 81.6. So it's just showing you the elite level kicking that Wil Lutz represents for the black and gold. Those eye-popping numbers, and it does a lot to illustrate just how rough the situation was for New Orleans without Lutz. To put it another way, Lutz has never scored fewer than 126 points in a single season. With the Saints, Meyer had 58, Johnson 29, Rojas 16, Parkey 3 total for 106. In a year when the Saints posted a pedestrian 9-8 record and a mediocre scoring differential plus 29, it's hard to believe that having Lutz just matching for his career low and scoring 20 more points than his replacements would have been a big difference. You better believe it. Now healthy, let's hope that Lutz can do more than meet expectations. Having him return to form and become a weapon for the Saints in the kicking game again would be vital for them in 2022. Beyond the ongoing recovery, so Michael Thomas and Jameis Winston, there may not be more important injury situation to New Orleans to monitor than Lutz. Hopefully can each also receive clearances for a full workload sooner rather than later. Will said there. And this is a good article right here. Please go there and share his article. As the Saints get Wil Lutz back, cleared the kick. And often we talk about how important the special teams game is to the black and gold. And like I asked the question, I don't know how many times on the show, how many games did we lose because of poor field goal kicking? You know, we lost, and some of the family members say 2, maybe 3. But yeah, if you saying more than 2 games, then you know what time it is with this in here. You know what time it is if it's more than 2 games. But Wil Lutz being back on the field is a big help in all aspects, man. And remember, you're gonna need all aspects of your team if you're trying to get to that bowl. That's what it comes down to. All right, let's go to this article right here, fam. Matter of fact, let's save that one for last here. Let's try this one out. Deonte Harty will report for Saints mandatory minicamp. Of course, he did sign his chicken tender, but he wants to be able to have more of a better contract. So we'll see how that all shapes. Is this coming by way of NBC? Saints receiver Deonte Harty signed his restricted free agent tender on April the 29th. The tender is for almost $4 million in 2022, but Harty wants a long-term deal and has stayed away from organized team activities as he seeks one. Now, Harty will report for mandatory minicamp this week. Nick Underhill once again on the scoop. The sides, though, remain, quote, apart on a contract and nothing is imminent, end quote. Ian Rappaport of NFL Media adds. Now, Harty, who changed his last name in January to honor his stepfather, joined the Saints as an undrafted free agent back in 2019. He recorded 1,500 all-purpose yards last season, gaining 199 on punt returns, 690 on kick returns, 570 receiving, and 41 rushing in 13 games. Harty expanded his role as a receiver last year, catching 36 passes and scoring 3 touchdowns. So the Saints did offer that tender. Deonte Harty did sign the tender at $4 million. That's the most money he's made as a black and gold guy, but he wants a long-term contract. So, you know, I'm gonna put let's put the great Saint think tank brains to working on this one, and I want you guys to tell me, what do you think? What do you think is a good contract, realistically, feasibly, for the black and gold and Deonte Harty? How do you guys see the contract playing out? Saints paying him $4 million for this year, and I think maybe they'll take a patient approach to see how he performs this year. But he's an explosive kick returner, and I just say if Deonte Harty returns to his Pro Bowl form in the kicking game, man, that'll make it even more pertinent for the Saints to get a deal done with him. But what does a deal look like to you guys for Deonte Harty? Remember, you got Michael Thomas there. You just drafted Chris Olave. You just have Jarvis Landry on a 1-year deal there. And then behind them, you got Deonte Harty with the $4 million. What does a contract look like on years and money? Okay. T Rob says $6 million. Okay. What years? Give me some years too with it. Money and years. Let me get a little bit more specific. Money and years. House of Twigger said, Professor Q, sorry, I'm late for the class. I have some work to do. All right. That's okay, fam. Welcome on in. All right. Yeah, but let me get the brains of the great Saint think tank. What's up, Eugene? Who that to you? Ramsey, Brian. I see you, Kai. The great big ups to y'all guys. Appreciate y'all being in this House of Twigger as well. Big ups to you, KB. What's happening, Queen? Big ups to the Queens in the building. Good to see you, brother Slim South's in the building as well. Who that, Dana? Good to see you. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all kindly. Cap Manny, I see you, baby. Who that to you? Much love to the fam, man. What does the contract look like, fam? Y'all put it in the, because this will be interesting. We never had an opportunity to kind of maul that over. Be Deonte Harty's contract with the black and gold. What does it look like? And would you be more inclined to give Harris that money? Or would you just look at a replacement like a Rashid Shaheed? Perhaps that's a guy the Saints are looking at to kind of see what he looks like. He's kind of a guy with a similar background in terms of being so productive. The guy had 7 touchdowns. Rashid Shaheed from Weber State had 7 returns on special team touchdowns. That is ridiculous. But he's on the team. He's dealing with an injury, but he's supposed to be ready for training camp. But the Saints are taking a look at Deonte Harty. He wants a max, not a max deal, but he wants an extension. What does it look like? Okay, thank you, Ant. Ant says 4 years at $20 million. Okay. All right, I hear you, Ant. Thank you. Fred, what's up, bro? Says 3 years at $16 million. Okay. KT says $6 million for 5 years. Okay. Ramsey says 3 years at $30 million. That's $10 million a year. All right. Eugene says that report accused says the Dolphins were going off. This client, they moved on with another coach. Yeah, I know, bro. I'm gonna cover it in just a moment, just for you know what, in giggles. All right, Gundam, what's up, baby? He says Deonte needs to be on the field. He's injured a lot. Yeah, and he had that run-in too that didn't bowl well for him as well. Had that suspension, the DUI thing that occurred in Baltimore when he was driving. You know, now he's looking for it, and perhaps the Saints might not be comfortable with giving Deonte the money. They might be looking for a cheaper option. We'll see, man. But if he balls out this year and steps up and shows out, it'll make it difficult for the Saints to not go after him and keep him. But he's an excellent kick returner, and I would love to have him if we can have him at the right price. What's up, Joe? Who that to you, fam? Trey Joseph, what's happening, bro? All right, Fireman and Hellcat say 3 years at $19 million. Okay, 15 guaranteed. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Okay, he deserves one. Thank you, Fred. All right, brother JT, what's happening? Says 3 years at $25 million, $12 million guaranteed. Okay, thank you, bro. Brother Eric says 5 years at $20 million. Okay, thank you, brother Eric. All right, Forever Absolute, what's up, fam? 3 years, $8 million. Okay. All right, Antoinette says 6 million, 3 years at $6 million. He's injured a lot. All right, thank you, Antoinette. Trey, what's up, baby? Says 4 years, 15 million. All right. Okay. That's pretty interesting deals, man. Pretty interesting, man. Pretty interesting deals right there, man. They kind of back and forth, but I see where the family aiming at the money at, but we'll see how it all shakes. But the most of the articles not hitting on exactly what Deonte Harty is looking for in terms of money. But whatever it is, the Saints are not interested in doing it right now. Had they did it, they would have did it already. All right, Millie, too ill. Thank you, Millie, too ill. Just hit the subscribe button. Appreciate you, Millie, too ill. Welcome to the Great Saint Think Tank fam. Appreciate you kindly. Much love. T. Rob says 4 years, $12 million. Okay, cool. All right. Young City says 4 years, 15 million. Okay. Jack, what's up then, bro? Says he's proven, plays well in big games. 4 years, 16 million. All right. Yeah. And remember, next year's a year as well. We looking at guys like Eric McCoy. We're looking at guys like CD Deuce. You got Jarvis Landry's contract is up. Do you go back to Jarvis? You win it. Do you give him like a 2-year deal to stick around and stay gay? A cheap deal this year. Do you then kind of re-up with him next year? I know these are questions a little earlier, but it's something to think about. All right, yeah. Said Game and says he better play like Tyreek Hill if he. Yeah, you know what? That's a great point right there. A lot of people compares Deonte Harty to Tyreek Hill, but if he can get open and start balling, man, and stay on that field, man, he can really make it difficult for the Saints to turn him down. But man, I like Deonte Harty, man. He's an excellent player. He'll fit well in the Saints system, but we'll see how it all shakes and goes, man. Eugene said no such thing as fair in the NFL, the real world. As long as the Saints get that draft pick package for Sean, that'll work for me. All right, thank you, Gene. He's referencing that. What's up, T Dirty? Who that to you, brother? Brother Gundam is in the building. Appreciate you as well. Much love, brother Anthony. I see you, fam. Appreciate y'all. All right, so let's move on to this one right here, and this is the Dolphins report. This one came from NOLA.com. They talked about Dolphins were ready to give Sean Payton a contract that dwarfed other deals, reports say. We covered this ad nauseum. We talked about the fact that Coach Payton, it was a plan that was in action where the owner was saying that he was trying to get Tom Brady down there, and then they had a certain coach that they were looking at that was trying to get, and they're going to put them together and all this kind of stuff. And then the lion-ass owner who that story just went away. And something like that lawsuit kind of went away. They stopped talking about it. It kind of makes me want to think that, they kind of reached a agreement behind doors and all that went away. Because Stephen Ross should have been kicked out for that. Him sitting up there colluding, knowingly breaking rules, should have been fined. He wasn't fined. He wasn't disciplined. And, that kind of just went away. So it all just like when the coach was saying that he denied it, but it turned out to be true as the reports leaked that the quarterback that they was trying to get to be down there was Tom Brady. And this man was saying this the whole damn time. And Ross is sitting up there saying this is not true. We deny these reports. They're unfounded. Just a bunch of lying dogs. But anyway, Dolphins were ready to get Sean Payton a contract that dwarfed other deals. Now it all come out on the back end to vindicate, to kind of, to lend credence or to show that the man was telling the truth the whole time about this stuff. Yeah. So anyway, let's get into it, man. All right. Okay. Miami Dolphins is by NOLA.com's Patrick McGee. The Dolphins were prepared to give former New Orleans Saints coach Payton a 5-year contract that would have paid him $100 million. South Florida Sun Sentinel reported Monday the Saints, who still have Payton's contract rights through 2023, did not grant permission for the Dolphins to interview the Super Bowl winning coach after he decided to step down in January. Any team that attempts to hire Payton through the 23 season would have to compensate the Saints through a trade. The Dolphins reported contract offer would have become the NFL's second $100 million deal after the Raiders hired John Gruden in 2018 for $100 million, but that deal would have been spread out over 10 years. Gruden was fired by the Raiders during the 21 season. Now, at $20 million per year, Payton would have easily been the highest paid coach in the NFL. The Rams coach McVay is reportedly making $15 to $18 million per year after signing an extension. Patriots coach Bill Belichick makes $12.5. Pete Carroll of the Seahawks checks in at $11 million per year. Fox Sports hired Payton as an NFL studio analyst for the 2022 season. So he is reportedly coming back to coach in 2023. This is not a secret. He said that as much. He's going to step away, talk about the game, and then in 2023 he'll come back and then coaching the game. And wherever he goes, it doesn't matter to me. You're going to come up off that bread. That's what you're going to come up off, them assets. Let me get that capital out you. Let me get them draft picks. Let me get 2 draft picks for him, two first rounders, 2 second rounders, about $8 to $10 million in cash, and even throw me a player in there. Like if it's the Dallas Cowboys, I'm gonna fleece you. I'm gonna try to get CeeDee Lamb out you. I'm gonna try to get some players out you. If you want them that bad, I'm gonna fleece you. I'm gonna take some people up out of you, and then on top of that, the Saints can afford to be a little bougie when this happens, because they'll have a lot of competition for Payton services. I'm telling you, teams that got coaches going to be coming up out the woodwork, and even some of the coaches that'll get fired next year. Saints Coach Payton to be in the running for some of these other jobs, and some of the jobs where they got coaches. These 1-year coaches, they're going to be pushing to try to get in that Sean Payton sweepstakes, which is fine, because the more the merrier means a higher asking price. Let me get that capital out you. So, I mean, bottom line, that's fine. I mean, you can send Coach Payton down there. You join Teron Armstead and going on at Miami. That's fine. That's more than cool, man. That's totally fine. We're gonna keep on doing us and keep handling that business. Yeah, 5 years, $100 million. The Saints said, hell no, we ain't gonna do that right now. But when we found out what was going on, we let it happen. And now it's time, and when he comes back around, we're gonna cycle through and see who has the best offer. And then let's get that capital out you, play girl. Let me get that out you. Let me get that money. Let me get them draft assets. Let me get them picks. Let me get all that up out you. You heard me? All right. So anyway, let's do a quick recap on the news, fam. Like I said, I ain't gonna try to hold y'all too long in this building. So Saints hosting former Cardinals Texas running back David Johnson amid Alvin Kamara uncertainty. Per reporters, David Johnson is a good running back to pick up. I don't expect the Saints to spend a lot of money to get him. If he passed a physical, he could come in and help the Saints, depending on how long Alvin Kamara will be out. That'll be something we have to keep an eye out on. His case don't come down to August. And also we're looking at Marcus May case as well. With both of them, we'll figure out what kind of discipline both those guys will get. As far as the Kamara thing, I don't expect him to be suspended the full year, but I'm thinking anywhere between maybe 4 to 6 games. Depending on which way they look at it. But I'm anticipating that Alvin Kamara's team's got to be working on settling with this dude, breaking him off and putting this behind him. And still in all, even though he just gets that behind him, it's still going to be some type of punishment to be levied. And we'll see how it all goes, man. We'll see how it all goes, man. And they're just buying time to try to figure some things out and mount a defense. But from what I'm seeing and reading these different reports from what happened, I mean, his best ability is just to go ahead on and settle with this guy, man, and get the hell on out the way. That's what I say. So it's very intriguing. Kamara really put himself in a tricky situation by what he did down in Las Vegas. Very stupid, man. Get you a security force. You got all this money and stuff and all this influence. Get you some guys behind you, man. To kind of guard you when you go out there doing this kind of stuff. They're going to learn one day. Okay, and if we looked at his contract, what David Johnson's contract looked like last year with the Texans, had a base salary of $1.2 million on a 5-year deal with $3 million of it coming through the signing bonus. So, we'll see. Some people said veteran minimum. We'll see. All right, we also covered the fact that Saints kicker Wil Lutz says he's cleared to play. And let me tell you something, fam. The fact that Wil Lutz is cleared to play is a positive thing in so many ways, because like we talked about so often, that Wil Lutz, man, is a guy that means so much to the team. Wil Lutz gets up in there and he hits those field goals, those extra points. We struggled in several games that if we had Wil Lutz, we'd have more than likely been in the playoffs. But I mean, listen, that's a big positive sign to finally get a guy like Wil Lutz back from injury, man, along with hopefully we get all the rest of those guys back real soon too. And the Saints are mounting up, getting Wil Lutz, getting Mike Thomas, because both of those guys was out last year at the same time. Mike Thomas had his issues, and when Mike got to the center portion of the season, both of them had setbacks that ended their seasons. We thought we would gain both Wil Lutz and Mike Thomas back at the center part of last year. It didn't happen. Both of them had setbacks. Now Wil Lutz is 100% guaranteed to come back. Mike Thomas a little further down. Jameis is there as well. Marcus May, all these other guys need to get right to get it going and get it popping. So anyway, that was what we got on him. And then we talked about Deonte Harty, because Deonte Harty's looking for some bread, man. Deonte Harty trying to get his money with the black and gold, trying to get his money up. So, I mean, we'll see how Deonte looks. But Deonte, man, you got to stay on the field, man. You got to handle your business. You can't be missing these games. You can't be driving drunk on the interstate, you know, and all this kind of stuff saying, where my money at? People will march your ass up out of here, man. I mean, you got a Pro Bowl, what, a couple of years ago, man? They like this. They on that Janet Jackson, man. What have you done for me lately? You know, that's what they want here. They on that Janet Jackson. They don't care about no 2 years ago, man. You got to consistently show that you can do this, man. And you can't be running 100 mile per hour in the car, drunk, thinking you giving them people your credit card, thinking it's your driver's license, bro. And then you get to the black and gold talking about, let me get me. People gonna run your ass up out of here. Yeah, man, we got to get it right, man. Young players, man, y'all got to step to it, man. Y'all got to get on code. Y'all can't be doing all this crazy shit, man. And then finally, we just talked about Sean Payton, the Dolphins offer. They're trying to give him a deal, man. You know, it's intriguing, man, to see how it all unfolds with Coach Payton. But next year, we're going to get them picks about you. Let me let you know that. All right, so that'll be the end of them stories right there, fam. Big ups to the black and gold. Appreciate y'all being up in this thing to get a few questions for the family members. Over 111 of us in here. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. All right, Brian says, Big Q, do you think there's any chance in the near future Sean Payton can come back to New Orleans Saints and coach again? I don't think so. I don't think so, fam. I really don't. It's a crazy world. Anything's possible. But I think it's a slim chance that Coach Payton comes back to the black and gold and takes up the helm as the coach again. I just think at some point this was something that was supposed to happen some time ago. And Coach Payton said several years ago that he was going to step away. It was the same year when Anthony Davis stepped away from the team, and he didn't want to leave with Anthony Davis. So he kind of stayed then. And that was something that he said it relatively this year. But remember, his mentor is the big tuna, Bill Parcells, who said you ain't supposed to stay that long, stay somewhere that long, because it gets stale and all this kind of stuff. So because Sean Payton got married and everything changed, he sold his house, moved somewhere else, and he's switching it up, trying to challenge himself. And I can understand that. Coach Payton has set up a situation here where he had the media, in his lap. He had everything going on, and, he did whatever he wanted to do. And for a long time, and people, they didn't buck him, and it was Coach Payton, but now he's kind of like, man, I need a challenge again. So, he's going out there, but I don't think he comes back. I think his era is over with, just like Drew Brees' era is over with. I think it's time to move on. And I think Dennis Allen is a guy that's Coach Payton's hand-picked successor. I think that it's very slim to no chance for him coming back to the black and gold. Thank you for the question, Brian. All right, JT said, I'm not going to hold you too long. There's 2 more hours. Oh, y'all think y'all got me figured out, huh? Oh, man, y'all crazy, man. All right, Kim, what's up, baby? Says, Big Q, do you think the Breakers are foreshadowing what the Saints is going to do to Tampa? I love it. Great question. That was cool how we beat the Bandits, and the Breakers beat the Bandits to get a playoff spot. So, yeah. The playoffs are going to be in Canton in Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, so they'll be playing in Canton. So that'll be cool to watch New Orleans go up there and play. So, yeah, this could be a bit of foreshadowing. And I do actually believe in foreshadowing, Kim. I do think foreshadowing is a real thing. They do that all the time. So thank you for your question. Much love. All right. Appreciate you, fam. What else you got? Let's see what else we got. What's up, State of the Pel? What's up? How you doing, DJ? What's up, my brother? 762 guard says Marshawn Lattimore has yet to be suspended for his mishap. Who know that? You know what? But that's a 762 guard, man. Let me tell you something. That was thrown out. Okay, that's a little different here, because they couldn't pin that on Laddie Daddy. They couldn't pin that on him. And it was some tomfoolery that happened with that too. It was, remember we covered that on the show. You can go back, we covered that and played the video and everything. Y'all remember that? When that happened with Lattimore last year in the off season. What was it last year in the off season? It happened when it happened. We played the entire video, the police video on the show, and we had live reaction, all that stuff. You can just go back into the platform's archives and put in that name of what happened with Lattimore, and we covered that. And then after that, so it's not quite the same like what happened with Laddie Daddy that happened with them. You know, the guys were saying, oh, that's Lattimore. Lattimore had the gun, but I think the gun was legal and all this kind of stuff, and they had guns in the car that was attached to the people he was riding with that was saying that it wasn't his gun, which was showing them that could have went real bad. So he was fortunate to come up out of there. The Most High was working with him on that one, because them old rotten ass dudes he was riding with, they was trying to hem him up. And see, when you thinking these guys thinking they climb up to another level of success right there, you can't go back over there like that. And I keep saying that over and over again. And the rap committees and these rap dudes saying you ain't real if you don't go back to, you can go back to the hood, but you don't go back the way you left. You get what I'm saying? Because you're not the same person you was when you left. When you was in the hood, you ain't have all that money. You ain't had that car. You was in the same economic straits as many of the people around there. So you couldn't go over there with no Rolls Royce. He can afford Rolls Royce and living in mansions and eating the finest foods. His money, his finances is up there where he can afford that pricey stuff. A lot of them people that where he came from, they can't afford none of that. So you can't go back the way you left. And there's no dishonor in that, you know. And if people don't get that, then you don't need to be consorting with those people. You don't need to be, because sometimes you leave people behind so that you meet new people. You leave some of them old people behind. They ain't trying to climb or trying to build nothing. You leave them behind, and then the Lord gonna put you on pace with people that's on your level. That's how it works. Sometimes you meet people, and then you leave them behind. You meet more people. Sometimes you meet them here. Sometimes people stay there. They got people that stay there. You can go a whole world away, go around the world and come back, and people's doing the same stuff they did when you left. Some people ascend higher. Some people stay at certain levels. Some people climb and then stop right there, and they good right there. That's how it works in life. That's just what it is. Every person is based on every person. But if you're a person that continue to high and go high and high, you know, you have to leave behind some of these guys or they'll get you in trouble. So, I mean, this brother got to learn that. He did. He was fortunate to come up there. Thank you, Gene, for your super chat. Thank you, Gene. Appreciate you with the super sticker. Much love, Gene. Yeah, it ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But I see what you're saying about that commentary right there, bro. 762 God. It's different. In this situation, they got video evidence of him stumping the hell out the guy. And then the thing is, the guy never assaulted them. See, it was a setup from the word go. And I called it when we first talked about it, didn't I? Because I understand and know how this stuff works. They got predatory people. This guy purposefully picked a fight with Kamara's. He knew who Kamara's people were. It was 5 o'clock in the morning. Who over there at 5 o'clock in the morning at the casino picking fights with people? Calling, trying to holler at the girl that was with one of Elvin Kamara's people he was with. And then saying, you know, calling the dude who had the girl with him ugly. Like, just instigating shit at 5 o'clock in the morning, except some dude out there trying to get a bag. So he got him to beat on him on camera, and he got him. Even when he was in the hospital, he holding up thumbs and shit to the camera, talking about ching ching and all that. He already know. Now they probably delving into his criminal record, and I guarantee you it's longer than my arm. Both my arms, I guarantee you got a long criminal record. I just don't think that'll be admissible. So the only thing is what is going on between him is you got to settle. You got to settle with this person, get that all out the way, and then going forward and see what kind of punishment you're going to get. But listen, like I've been saying about Kamara, he been having little itsy bitsy stuff that he been dealing with the time when, and anything these things he do, I calls him out on it. The time he was saying that he was actually in the building with Coach Payton saying he wasn't in the building. Y'all remember that? I said, man, this dude lying, man. Yeah, he wasn't. How you somewhere? And this was during the C-19 stuff when it was running bad. The people, you ever been down there? You ever been down there to the Saints facility? They got this huge freaking fence around there and stuff with codes in it and security apparatus and all that kind of stuff at the door. The people know if you up in there or not. You just can't walk up in that place like that. Come on. You can't do it. Then talking about he went to have an epidermal and all. Y'all remember all that? I said, what? You gonna say that again? What? Man, listen, man. Then the stuff like I was saying about letting your player call you by your first name. Like I call Coach Payton Coach Payton. That's a respect thing. I don't even play for Coach Payton. But if you're a coach, I call you coach. That's a respect thing. You know, that's a respect thing. But him calling the man Sean. Yeah, Sean said we need to go ahead. I'm like, what? Dude, even though, you know, I'm not cool with that because first of all, you're not on his level. That's your senior over there. That's the guy you listen to, you work for. I wasn't cool with all that. Then he was doing slick shit on the side, the C-19 stuff. He had the game and then he went to the club and endangered the entire guy C-19 and endangered the whole damn running back room. And the Saints should have suspended after the NFL said, nah, you out for the last game. The Saints should have came back around and said, you out for that Chicago game, that playoff game too. You out for that playoff game too. But see, at some point, if you don't, these guys got to understand and learn. Just because you run a ball really well don't make you the master of the universe. You still got to apply by rules and shit that's out here. You're not higher than the rule. So some of this stuff, this was just stupid. The guy seen a first class marked chump, which is what he was, and the guy got him out some bread. So, I mean, he just got to pay, bottom line. So, I mean, we'll see how it all worked, man. But we've been saying this for a lot of time. You young cats out here who ain't got the money yet or got the money, listen to me, man. Let me tell you, let me sprinkle some game on y'all, man. Just because you get that bread out there, that makes you a world-class target for these people. Not only that, but other guys running financial scams to try to tell you, invest in this, we get this. They hit some of the most savviest of players, like that dude that guy drew out all them millions for them fake-ass diamonds he was peddling. Y'all remember all that happened? And Drew had to go and sell them to go ahead sue that guy in court to get some of his money back. So the NFL have programs, and they got even veteran players that come in and try to hip these guys to the game about little Roman gangs of even women that follow the players around just so they can get, you know, kind of stuff that y'all know, you know what I'm saying now? But see, a lot of these dudes and I'm not saying he is because he's obviously an intelligent brother, but man, don't let that money go to your head, man. You know, don't let it go to your head, man. Have some humility about it, man. Control yourself. Have some humility about it, man. And it's not all about you. And that's why I love and respect people like Demario Davis and Cam Jordan, because they understand these not brothers that let the money go to their head. These brothers took their money and started charities and started really going in the community, putting their money where their mouth is, and started fixating on people that didn't have it like they have and started giving it back. Because that's how you become wealthy, by doing for people that don't have it. And that's how them blessings just come all back to you. That's why I respect them brothers, man. They be doing the right stuff. Not no goddamn casino at 5 o'clock in the morning and the goddamn game is the next day, man. Come on, bro. Just goddamn, bro. You get whatever, man. You gonna pay for it though. You gonna pay for it. I'm damn sure not gonna pay for the shit. You gonna pay for it. But like I said, I've been telling y'all about this type of behavior for a while now, fam. I've been calling it out. Coach Tab says Marshawn's case was thrown out. They had to prove that his gun was stolen. Yeah, they couldn't. Yeah, it was a lot of monkey business and funny stuff going on too, Coach Tab. That was going on, like when it was trying to admit for him. Did you buy? Did he say that it wasn't his? Did you jump on him and say that it was saying that? Did you ask him first? Remember they kept saying that because they wanted to say the trap is they was trying to get him to say they had to say the phrase and then get him to respond before he knew what was going on. But like if you get stopped, you get flustered. You're flustered. So they hurry up and ask you these questions. It's a whole little trick bag going on right there, man. So, I mean, it's also wise. Like if you're a player, you got to be on your game too. If you don't know what you're doing, says I reserve the right to remain quiet. Hit that lawyer on that phone. Here you go, man. Talk to my lawyer. You know what I'm saying? You got the bread. Protect yourself, man. I'm just saying, man, it's this, you got to be smart out here with the game, man. If you know, people out here tie your ass up and ring you out and take everything from you, man. It's a cold world out here, man. You got to have game. All right. Thank you, fam. Ram said, hey, Q, any plans on going to any of the, yes, indeed. Oh yeah. I don't know which ones. I don't know which ones, Ramsey, but I'll let you know, fam. I'm going to be going to some of the training camp stuff, the big camp stuff, and I'll let y'all know when I do. I did that last year. Remember, went down there to the camps and did that stuff, but I'll let y'all know when I promise I'm going to let y'all know. Yeah, but much love to the Breakers, man. I'm really proud of the Breakers, man. They making the playoffs, man, and it would be exciting if the Breakers win the championship in the USFL in the first year. That would be big, man. Yeah. All right. So anyway, man, much love to the fam, man. Shout out to the Breakers. Malcolm says, do you believe, thank you, Malcolm. He says, do you believe Abrams will make the team? I feel like as though he'll be the next Pierre Thomas. Listen, bro, you could be on something, bro, because Abrams Smith, man, he ain't a fast running back, but he's a power back, that runs well in between the holes. Let me tell you something, bro. Dennis Allen, remember we talked about Dennis Allen during the commercial when he first got hired, about his offense. What does his offense look like? And before he talked about throwing the ball, he talked about running the ball, and he wanted a power running attack. That's what he said, a power running attack. When you look at guys like David Johnson or Abram Smith, the undrafted Baylor running back that had 12 touchdowns last year, or was it 16? I forget. But the guy, no, he had 1,600 yards rushing and 12 touchdowns. That's what he had last year. And plus he plays linebacker. He was a linebacker. He has the ability to play that linebacker position. But listen, he is something to watch out for. And they were talking about him in the press that the team favors him a lot. So yeah, he could be somebody you need to keep an eye on the running back room. Thank you, Brother Malcolm. Much love, fam. Appreciate you. Gundam says Latimer case is nullified according to traffic stop. The disposition is clear. They couldn't prove nothing. They couldn't prove what he did or however he did. It's like I was saying, it's different from what happened with Alvin Kamara. The dude, Kamara's a first class chump. What you doing over there at 5? And like I said, man, these are young guys, but that's not an excuse, man. Don't you understand, brother? They got young guys dying out here, man. They don't get a second chance. Taking shit, you got to take shit real. You got to be serious about it, man. How many of these young brothers you seen? Like two brothers, the two young brothers got hit by cars. One hit by a truck, which was the quarterback, Haskins. What's his name? Dwayne Haskins. I heard him say, yeah, Haskins is his name. And another cornerback killed in traffic. And man, it ain't no. I know these are accidents, but death is around here all the time. And you got to understand, and when you make it to a certain position, you got to have a higher degree of understanding where you are. You got to operate accordingly. You have to put a trusted team around you of people, not just yes men. That's why this other dude, what's his name? AB, the former Tampa Bay Pittsburgh Steelers dude, is so batshit crazy, man. You got all these freaking yes men around him kissing his ass left and right. Then when he crashed, landing, the burning, going down with all the bullshit, they don't have the gumption to check him because they feeding off him. They parasites. But see, that's really not on them. That's on him, because that's what he's drawing to him to kiss his ass. Oh, AB, you the best. You don't need to worry about them. You can do whatever you want. No, dude, no. You gotta have people around you that will keep you grounded. You gotta have a trusted team of people around you that will keep you grounded, that will tell you the truth. That's the bottom line. You got to have that. You got to have people around you that are strong where you know you weak until you get strong where you weak. You heard that? You got me on that? But it's just crazy, man. You're going to see more and more of these young guys do it, because most of these guys never had no money before, dude. A dude that had something going to act like he had something. You remember that song Juvenile had? I ain't going to say the words. But I'm saying, for some of these guys that be acting like this, they came from nothing. They didn't have anything. Because for somebody that have something, they won't act like this, because it's like, man, I've been here before. Even though you might have a little bit more, be like, man, this don't define me. I define it. These little guys right here, they be like, man, I can do whatever. No, you can't. And you're going to be made an example of. Happen all the time. You can't escape the school, man. Either learn or get your issue. Millie Too Real says, real spill Q. They get that bread, and it'd be a different kind of act showing whether you got money or not. Yeah, right. Bro, thank you. Millie, man, you right, man. That's what it comes down to. So young people, don't learn these lessons, man, from people that's telling you, as opposed to you being hard-headed and learning it the wrong way. I'm telling you something. I'm telling you something. It's real out here. KT says, Big Q, do we invite the wide receiver D. Anderson back to training camp, 6'6", 200 pounds from Alabama? Yeah, bro, listen. Yeah, I remember reading about Anderson. I don't know, KT, bro. You know, we're going to have a few people we're going to bring in, bro, for a look-see. You know, we're going to have some injuries and things occur in camp. Some guys going to get banged up. It happened every year. You never can tell, bro. On Anderson, he is an interesting guy, the Alabama A&M guy. Yeah, I remember him. We'll see, bro. It's a possibility. I'll bring him back, to be honest with you. A big red zone weapon like that, man. I mean, I'll bring him back, man. Can he play tight end? If he could, I'll push Vinette's big sorry ass off the team. KD says, Big Q, who do you have the Pelicans drafting at number 8? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I mean, all the indications are they looking at Dyson Daniels as a guy there. You know, me personally, I like Johnny Davis because he reminds me so much of Josh Hart. His game, you know, his game is very similar. He's just a lot more offensively gifted than Josh Hart. But I like Johnny Davis. But I think the Pelicans, man, it depends on who falls to them. You might get somebody that's up there that might fall to them. Or then again, right now they're looking at offers of trading that pick. So you never know if they could get a good offer. They might move the pick to get a player or, you know, or something. So their options are open. But if we stick with the 8, I like Johnny Davis. They like Dyson Daniels. What's the other guy there? Matherin is another guy that people starting to talk about a lot, but it depends on, you might have a slide there. You know, you might have somebody that fall to you at that position. We'll see. But yeah, that's who I like. Thank you, KT. Much love. Okay, 762 God said, what kind of contract would you think Zion should get? I know that Pelican talk. Bro, he gonna get the max deal. He gonna get a max contract, but it's gonna be like the Joel Embiid thing. That's why they keep talking about the Embiid thing. That's really the floor on which this agreement operates on. That they don't have to craft anything new. They can basically use the Joel Embiid foundation contract wise to be able to put language inside of the agreement to give him more money if he meets more of these indicators. That's the Joel Embiid for that's where you walk. You walk that path. So the Pelicans want to give him the bread to make him happy, but he also understands that, yeah, man, I got to get my game up. That's motivation for Zion to stay in shape and take it a lot more seriously. But pluses are CJ McCollum, who's the man on the team, is saying, no, you can come work out with me this summer. You can see these guys. Listen, I'm telling y'all, watch out, man. We've been doing a lot of Pelican talk, man. On the Pelican post-game report, that's our Pelican channel, man. Listen, Pelicans real deal. You watch out. In a couple of years, you're going to be calling them a championship club. Let me tell you something. Watch out. In the NBA, you don't notice. You never seen nothing like what you're going to see this year. Watch. All right, so straight up. Henry says, facts, accountability, you got to, bro. Too many of these young people, man. It's so much, bro. It's a lot going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? You either be a player in the world, I mean on the field, but a player mentally to be able to decipher what you're looking at, or you're going to be just ran over by it. It's with the reality. You're going to have to use this thing and know what you're looking at, man. You're going to have to use this because that's how they whipping a lot of people out here, because people are not doing their homework. They too busy just accepting what people are saying as opposed to doing the actual work to find out what is valid and what is not valid, which is, it's not hard to tell. And that's the power of discernment, understanding that you don't accept everything. Some stuff you accept because you know from an instinctual level that is right. You get me? You know, and when you start listening to that inner you, that voice get louder and louder, that that tells you, nah, don't do that. You know, some people just ignore it a lot, do whatever they want. And for that, you're going to have consequences. You're going to learn the hard way. All right. So anyway, much love to the fam, man. I appreciate y'all got a lot of Pelican questions, man. Jerry, T Dirty say happy birthday to brother Jerry. I'm charging you $6,000, $6,000 for your birthday, big homie. Stay blessed. Okay. Yeah. Much love. Yeah, I hear you, KT. Keegan Murray. Yeah, I know. I don't think he'll be there when the Pelicans pick at 8, though. I think Keegan Murray is going to be gone. DC keeps throwing Shadion Sharp at me. I don't know if he'll be there. I mean, it's a few guys. I don't know if they're going to be. I don't think Keegan's going to be there. Ivy is a guy that we like a lot, but I don't think he's going to be there. So, I mean, it's a lot of these guys that are really good that's not going to be there when you pick at 8. All right, Eugene says, if I'm a Pels, I give him a long wing who can D up and drain a tree. We need shooters and floor stretchers. Thank you, Eugene. Thank you, brother. All right, Ramsey, hey, Q, with them bringing in Schubert from Pittsburgh for a look, does that spell the end for resign? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, bro, because they didn't sign him. They didn't sign him. They just took a look at him, and he's a ball player. He's a player. He's a football player, you know. But at the same time, the Saints know what they need to do in case they can't make it work with Quan. Schubert could be a guy that they fall back on. But my thing is, Quan Alexander is not going to break the bank to bring him back, and I expect a deal to be announced anytime between now and before training camp. We're getting right to that time frame when the Saints always do this type of business. But I anticipate that Quan will be back with the black and gold because he's not commanding a big amount of money. And with the Jets offering him, the Saints could offer him the same money without the Saints have the bread, you know. So I don't think it impacts with their pursuit of Quan unless they signed him. But remember, they just brought him in for a look-see until they say, okay, we're going to sign him. Then I think that will end the pursuit. But Quan Alexander is the guy that Saints want back because he fits. You don't have to try to figure out if Schubert can play. You know, if you sign Quan Alexander back and put him in the defense, that's automatic. That's straight up off and running. Remember, they think just like you now. They're not trying to constantly think against you. Like, you hear all these great suggestions and you just like, man, I'm going to do it my way. That was the old regime. This year, if you watch how they do, they draft like what you was picking them in the mock draft. They did that. The players that you say is out there, you should go and get them. Do you think Coach Payton would have signed Jarvis Landry and Tyrann Mathieu in the same damn year? You paid 15 years of it. Them players been in the league, man. None of them people, man. None of them people became Saints after Payton was gone. The answer is no. You trying to figure it out. The answer is no. That man been out here for years. He would have not signed Tyrann Mathieu because Mathieu was a free agent before. He had the money. And then he had Jarvis Landry was a free agent. You could have went after them guys if you really wanted them and bring them on to the team. Now, he did try to get Odell Beckham to come here and play. And Odell said, y'all don't have no quarterback. I'm going to the Rams. It worked out for him. I ain't mad at him. But at the end of the day, he wouldn't have done that. So, I mean, the Saints are swinging for the fences is what I'm saying. The Saints know they need talent to win, and they need veterans that are very good at their jobs to win. And you have several intelligent veteran players that are on this team, and you got guys, and you adding guys like Landry and Mathieu to the team. Let me tell you something. It's phenomenal what they're doing, and I salute the Who Dat Nation, and I salute Mickey and Dennis and all of it for what they're doing. They are tearing it up this offseason, despite all of the stuff that we went through to get it going. Man, I salute those guys for what they did. I'm gonna keep it trill. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you on that. Appreciate your question on that, Ramsey. What's up, Kev? Kev says David Johnson serviceable. Why didn't we? I know, bro. He said, why didn't we snatch Marlon Mack? He was cheap. Y'all know they got him for what? Mack went to the where did Mack go to? The Texans for like $4 million, I want to say, something like that. I was pushing them. They just didn't have the vision to go after Marlon Mack. But I was pushing. I was like, man, Mack is out there. The Saints went and looked at him back in the past to try to trade for him. But Marlon Mack would be a guy not only for reserve for 4 or 5 games or whenever Kamara's out, but if Kamara gets hurt or whatever, then you have Mack you can put in there. Imagine a backfield with Marlon Mack and Elvin Kamara at the same time. You could, what the hell, man? It wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be fair. But I get you, Kev. Yeah, I was pushing that, man. Yeah, thank you, Donald. Appreciate you. Mr. Pops, what's up, fam? Appreciate you. All right, Richard says, but the NFL classes and people to coach them on how to act off the field so they won't get drunk. Yeah, they do. They got classes, Brother Richard, that they do that. They have, I remember there's videos actually you can look up on YouTube where they have instructional classes for the NFL newcomers like rookies and guys that come into the league that sign. They go through these classes where they sit down and they show them slides and videos of what happened to players before and all this kind of old stuff. They teach them about not getting involved in certain disputes and domestic disputes. They teach them not only about these circumstances, but they teach them the right course of action if these type of situations found themselves in these type of situations. What are you supposed to do? How are you supposed? That's how they come at them. So not only do they present these dysfunctional situations, but then they give them the correct course of action to get out of said situations. They show them all that and educate them and go through a class. Some people learn, some people don't. That's just how it goes. in NFL. They do. The NFL, I got to give them that. They do a good job of educating these people on that. I got to give them that, bro. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. All right, big ups. All right, so let me get a few and then I'm out. Damien says, Big Q, been missing a lot. Okay, what's up, Damien? Who that to you, bro? Says, show's working, big dog. Like the way my Saints and Pels look, but I'm extra excited to see my LSU Tigers, big dog. You thought, yeah, I'm loving everybody, bro. Yeah, the Pelicans, bro, are going to smack the hell out of the NBA next year. That's why the ESPN and all these fanciful, supposed giant media operations have been just drumming up stories, talking about Zion Williamson didn't want to be here. He wants to leave and all lies. All lies, just purposefully sitting up here, just spreading lies, not challenge them, produce your information to say that you are, because he never said that. Just making up lies. And then when he said that, now they all say, yeah, Zion Williamson should stay with it. The whole narrative then changed now. So they're just a pack of liars, man. You just got to stay on code and you got to challenge them bastards anytime they open their mouth and start lying about your squads, man. Bottom line. But the Pelicans are going to be they're going to be one of the, I mean, I've never seen anything like that, to be honest with you. They're starting five, Big V, Zion, B.I., Herb Jones, CJ McCollum, and then whatever they get in the draft, and Jose, I can go down the list, but the reality is the Pelicans, and then Willie leading the charge. You never seen nothing like the Pelicans. Watch. That five will be fierce, and Zion is the key that they're gonna fixate in. He's the puzzle piece in the center of the whole matrix. I'm telling you, that's 27 points a game that's coming back. Like, he's 100% clear. Watch out for the Pelicans. I'm telling you, they're gonna smack the hell out the NBA. Now on the Saints, you know what time it is on the Black and Gold. We talk about that, and on LSU, I'm super excited, man. Even the Breakers right now, you don't feel that energy, that vibe that's going on with Louisiana squads right now. Brian Kelly, 10-year deal, $95 million, comes over from Notre Dame. Nobody leaves Notre Dame if you're a coach. That's one of those jobs you die in. Like if you was a Walmart truck driver. If you was a Walmart truck driver driving trucks to the distributor, that's a job that they get in and they don't go. They retire in that type of stuff. You get me? That's like what that Notre Dame job was. He left that job just like that, saying, man, I won't go somewhere where I won't win championships. Come on to the SEC, baby. Went to the SEC, and he's building the program up, man. You're talking about he has 200 active wins. It's the winningest active head coach in college right now. That's right, you heard me. And then he had, and it's not Nick Saban. Nick Saban is 20-something wins or less than him. Now Nick has all of the championships, but that's what the man came to LSU for. He said he wants to beat Nick Saban. So he's used to winning. He won every way he wants. He wins in LSU. He wins consistently at LSU. He'll draw all the hot talent down there. And watch out, Alabama, y'all in trouble. We coming. Just let you know. So everything, I'm telling y'all, off top is going down in epic proportions with everything. Every Louisiana thing is going down. So y'all have been warned. Big ups. Thank you too, Damien. Appreciate you, bro. All right. Who else we got? Here. All right. Okay. WB3 says, man, bro, you ducking me. I don't know what you talking about, WB. What you do talk about? WB on there with the rain machine. Keep saying my name. WB3 with the rain machine. You got to bring that goddamn rain machine out. All right. Thank you, Damien. All right. Yeah. And listen, tragedy, I think the Saints need to chill on the signings and wait till after camp over for bargains only if you need to address needs because of injuries. Well, I mean, if they get the players for a bag of Doritos and a soft drink, I mean, they got the money. Why not? If the faster you can get the player into camp, the more acclimated you can get them to your system. And at sometimes you might possibly need Johnson's help. And like I said, the Saints always bringing these veterans, cheap veterans, but quality veterans in during this period of time or up to camp. But I can understand your hesitance to do that, bro. Yeah, Donald J says Michael Irvin. Yeah, I remember that. All right. Yeah. We just put out one, bro. There just was one release last week. I won't say when did that On Q with Big Q come out, y'all? When did that come out? That was released about a week ago. There's one that just came out on Patreon, fam. The On Q with Big Q was another one that just released. Check it out, Mr. Pops. Is that the one? I don't know if you knew, but yeah, I just dropped one. It was like maybe about 7 days ago, maybe 7 to 10 days ago. Just released it. Well, it ain't just released, but you know what I mean. Yeah, Donald says Chris Carter always teaching the young guys. Yeah, man, he be trying to give them the game, man. A lot of them don't want to listen. All right, what's up, brother Neville? Who that to you? All right, I see you, Donald. Donald say he likes it. All right, Ramsey, hey, Q, I would love to see us in our color rush uniforms. Yeah, I would. Yeah, switch it up. I don't know about the black helmets. I seen the Falcons change their helmet. Did y'all see the Falcons change their helmet to red? Did y'all see that? Y'all see the Falcons red helmets? Did y'all see that? They went back to the red helmets. Well, we used to beat the snot out of them back in the day. Atlanta went back to the red helmets. So, I mean, we kind of traditional with what we do, man. You know? But the Falcons went back to their red helmets, man. I was like, why did they do that? Why did they go back to them red helmets? Why would y'all bring up that? Well, that's the Deion Sanders year, but they wasn't doing a lot then. Like, why would y'all want to bring that back in the game? Why would you want to bring them old red helmets back? That was a lot of losing y'all was doing. I don't know. I'm going to have to ask Low about that. You know? And here go the video right here of it playing. Let me see if I can, let me share it with y'all. Hold on, fam. Give me a second. Y'all, if y'all didn't see their little red helmets, I'm like, why would they bring these old red helmets back, man? We used to beat the hell out of these people with these red helmets on. You see, that's what they got. AJ Terrell right there. And you can see putting it on. He don't look very happy about this, excited about the upcoming season, obviously, right? Yeah, then he puts on the red helmet. Look. Hey, they got the red helmet on. Bro, why y'all wearing, why y'all bring that red helmet back? I don't understand why they brought that old red helmet back. I guess they're trying to tap into something, man. I don't know, man. I wouldn't have went with that old red helmet. That, to me, that means a lot of bad memories for them. What they had to do, they used to do the birdie, then Jamal Anderson, like his name was. They had, I guess they had the black helmet then. So the red goes back to the Deion Sanders thing. I wonder why they bringing the red helmet back. I don't know what that's not a good thing, man. You tapping into the wrong pass here. They want to change it to put a gray helmet on or something, do something else. Don't go back to that red, man. We used to beat the hell out of y'all with that red helmet on. We look at that red helmet and say blood in the water, blood. Blood in the water, blood in the water. And then commence to tearing y'all up. But anyway, fam, that's it, man. Let me get on out of here, man. Before JT said, I told you so. When Q says, I'm going to get y'all, you know, it's going to be a short show. It's going to be 2 more hours. So before I make JT say, I told you, Q, I'm about to boss out of here. So much love to the fam. Appreciate each and every last one of y'all for chiming in on this thing. Please feel free to hit the like button. Please subscribe if you had the opportunity to subscribe, and share the show's links on your social media feed. Check out our link tree. It was all our, just hit the link tree. It goes in there, shows you all of our socials and everything that got to go with the platform as well. So fam, we'll be back tomorrow on our Tuesday show is our Patreon and Patreon Tuesdays for our YouTube members and our Patreon family members. That'll be tomorrow. We'll go over several news, notes, and items as well on tomorrow's stream. And for the rest of the family members who are not Patreon or YouTube membership family, we will return on Wednesday for more Saints news and notes, man. So with that being said, I'm going to holler at y'all later. Who that to you? Keep your heads up, man. I love y'all. Peace.
Yeah. Boogie like Benson, I'm a who that. I'm a who that. Long as I'm living, I'm a who that. Lose or winning, I'm a who that. Sports coma, yeah, this is where we do that. Where we do that, 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 Boogie like Benson, I'm a who that. I'm a who that. Sports coma, this is where we do that. Where we do that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Somebody please better help. Running this thing like Elvis. I thank God every day I'm not a Falcon. Go to YouTube Live with Big Q and the guys. If you ain't ride or die, the bandwagon get flipped. Been marching in, that was way for the ring. I was yelling out your shame for the championship. Bucking on Tampa, duck down. Falcons, pluck, get shut down. Panthers ain't much to touchdown. The vision really belong to us now. So much hate on the Saints, you could probably tell. Ever since Bounty Gate hit the NFL, when things seem fishy, then you probably smell the crooked referees or Roger Goodell. Yeah, fucking like this, and I'm a who that. Every day I'm living, I'm a who that. Lose or winning, I'm a who that. It's the sports coma, this is where we do that. Where we do that at. Where we do that at. Where we do that, where we do that, where we do that at. Boogie like Benson, I'm a who that. It's the sports coma, this is where we do that.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO